my name is Stella Magnuson, and I'm going to be teaching you about cells for my Student BioExpo project. This lesson was aimed at people in the ages in 5th grade and 6th grade, so it's going to be pretty basic. So first, I'm going to give you a little pre-test, and it doesn't matter if you don't know the answers, just try your best. If you don't need to answer, okay? Who wants to tell me what a cell is? What are your ideas? Dorian?
Is it the smallest, thing in a living organ?
Yeah, that's a really good answer. So I'm going to tell you about cell theory, which is the theory of cells. So all living things on Earth are composed of cells. Some organisms are unicellular, like bacteria, but humans and animals and plants, and anything larger than that, has a lot of cells. Cells are the basic unit of living organisms. Cells, they connect with each other to form organisms, they're living things. And cells are very small. You won't find an organism like there's one cell that's the size of a human. Obviously humans have trillions of cells in them. Because if they're too large, their functioning is not as good. So organelles are the parts of cells that are specialized for specific functions. Right now I'm going to give you a coloring sheet, and when we go over each of the organelles, you're going to color it on the sheet. First, we're going to start with the nucleus. The nucleus contains all the DNA of the cell. It has chromosomes inside that black dot there in the middle. So color the nucleus. And just color the top cell, which is an animal cell. So the nucleus, its job is to hold all the DNA and direct all activities within the cell. You could call the nucleus the brain of the cell or the boss, because it directs the cell. Okay, next, the mitochondria. The mitochondria converts energy from food into energy that the cell can use. The mitochondria could call it the powerhouse of the cell because it produces the energy that the cell needs to perform all of its operations. As you can see, it contains an outer membrane and an inner membrane. The inner membrane is those squiggly lines inside. So you can find the mitochondria. I would encourage you to color it red or orange because it produces energy and heat.
That's great. That's delicious.
You can color it however you want. Okay, next is the endoplasmic reticulum. And there's two types of the endoplasmic reticulum. There's the rough endoplasmic reticulum, which you'll see is close to the nucleus, and you see how it has all those little dots on it? Those are little pieces of sugar, and the rough endoplasmic reticulum is called rough because under a microscope, if you look at it, it looks rough in appearance compared to the smooth endoplasmic reticulum, which you'll find closer to the outside of the cell. Can I use that? Yeah. So the endoplasmic reticulum is closer to the nucleus, and it winds around the membrane of the nucleus and forms a smooth endoplasmic reticulum. The endoplasmic reticulum helps to transport material to the inside of the cell, so sugars and fats and things that the cell needs. I'm sorry, it's actually ribosomes that's on the rough endoplasmic reticulum. These silver. So next, we have the ribosomes. And the ribosomes are the protein factories. They help in protein translation when DNA turns into proteins. And those are the small little dots around the edges. They are composed of complexes of RNA and protein. RNA is it's like DNA, but it's a different kind of genetic material and used for different things. We call it ribosomes. Okay, next we have the lysosomes. And the lysosomes, they help digest waste and material that the cell no longer needs. They're full of enzymes which help break down these waste products. The lysosomes could be called the cleanup crew because they clean the waste out of the cell. So next we have the cell membrane, which is the outside of the cell, which holds all the organelles within the cell. You could think of it kind of like a plastic bag with little holes in it, and it helps support the cell, and it helps, has little holes in it to regulate what enters the cell and what leaves the cell. The Golgi body, which is also sometimes called the Golgi apparatus, but we'll call it the Golgi body for our purposes. The Golgi body synthesizes sugars and links them to form starches for the cell. It is a flattened stack of membranes, and they're piled on top of each other. They look a little bit similar to the smooth and pleasant reticulum, but they're different. So now if you look at the plant cell, you'll see that the outside of it looks a little bit different. It's more structured and square-like. So this is because plant cells have a cell wall. And the cell wall is found in plant cells, and it surrounds the cell membrane and helps protect and support the cell, much like the cell membrane. But plant cells have a cell membrane too. So vacuoles. Vacuoles, they store materials that the cell needs, such as water and proteins, salts, and carbohydrates. And they're another sac-like round structure. So, as you can see, there are some differences between the plant and animal cells. What are some that you see? Are there any other organelles that you see that are different?
The vacuole is bigger.
Yeah, the vacuole is much bigger. So, plant cells are obviously different than animal cells because they are in different organisms and have different purposes. So plant cells, as we talked about, have the cell wall, and they contain some different organelles. So, as you can see the chloroplasts. So, chloroplasts are only found in plant cells, and these convert energy from the sun into the energy that the cell can use. They do this through photosynthesis. The vacuoles of plant cells are much larger than in animal cells. You can color it if you want to. Alright, now I'm going to give you a crossword puzzle of all the organelles. And there is a clue that says the job that the organelle does, and then there's a word there here if you don't remember. We're going to do a little worksheet about animal and plant cells and their differences. Alright, number 6. This is an important one. It contains all of the DNA and directs all activity in the cell. Yeah, nucleus. The boss is the brain of the cell. Alright. Now, we're going to do a little worksheet about animal and plant cells and their differences. Tell me one difference between animal and plant cells. 3 people will get to see this. Okay. Alright, let's start with celery.
Plant cells have a cell wall.
Nice. Anna?
Plant cells also have the chloroplasts.
Yeah, what do they do?
They do photosynthesis.
Yeah, they convert energy from the sun. Avery?
Like the vacuole.
Yeah, they're much bigger. Good job. Alicia, do you have anything else? Yeah, because there's a cell wall. They appear more structured. Alright, moving on to the next one. Who wants to tell me? Animal cells contain chloroplasts. True or false? Kara?
False.
Yeah.
False.
Only cells contain chloroplasts because animals don't need to photosynthesize. Alright, so number 3. What surrounds plant cells that doesn't surround animal cells? Dorian? Cell wall. Yeah. Thank you, everybody.